Okay. Okay, here we go. We will try and continue on our run of dealing 0 damage in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So, we've beat Brock. We've gone back up. We've got our running shoes now, so we can schmoove. So now our next hurdle is getting to Misty. So this guy, I believe, is required. And I think our biggest issue at this point is still the fact we do not have a way of hitting non-grass types. Because we can Leech Seed and we can Poison Powder. Alright, and then in order to sort of spread the levels around, we're gonna swap between these guys. Yeah, we're also gonna see if we can get. We want to level up our Caterpie as well, because we want to be able to do the same stuff we are doing with Bulbasaur, so that we can have more than one Mon doing this. Basically, doesn't solve the issue with grass types yet, but yeah, we'll have to figure that one out still. Probably should swap Bulbasaur in here already on that one. Yeah, we're gonna swap. So weird to be able to swap out. I'm used to playing on set mode now. Because we're gonna Leech Seed. Okay, you can't poison my poison type. That is the issue with moving Caterpie back in. Are you pure poison too? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't, or not pure poison, but it does have poison typing. Okay, so I can't poison that. So that is an issue. But Leech Seed gets around that, luckily. So then we're going to Sleep Powder. So at least then they can't deal damage. Hopefully this gets Bulbasaur back up to full. Oh, that's pretty close, honestly. Okay, we're gonna swap Caterpie in pretty safe here. then let's put our poison type back in. Yeah, I could have kept him in around to heal up Caterpie a little bit more, but whatever. So now Bulbasaur is just gonna sit here. Let's sleep powder it again. Yes, because now we're slower. It's not going to be a big issue for us, but I'd still prefer to just have it asleep so that we can... Okay, and then... let's put Caterpie back in, we'll get it back up to full. Okay, we'll put Bulbasaur back on the field because it's going to need to do some work for the next fight. Alright, we might as well just growl. There's no point in wasting a sleep powder. Okay. What do we got? Another Weedle, a Beedrill. What are we fighting against? Okay, Monarch made it to 6. Caterpie. Okay, so we can poison this one at least. So we start off with the Leech Seed as always. Now we hit... oh gosh, not the growl. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, luckily I messed up, but Bulbasaur has no attacking moves now, so... he is my safest Mon to have in, because I cannot mess it up. There are other ones that I very much can mess it up, unfortunately. Oh well, we will do our best. Okay. Yeah, so... now, let's put her in our own Caterpie. And yeah, it's not getting as much XP as I thought it might. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Okay, so like I said, our safest one's still Bulbasaur. With the Leech Seed, there's really no risk with damage right now on this Caterpie of us fainting. It's the last one, so we might as well just have Bulbasaur sit because I have I cannot mess it up, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. That Caterpie, I absolutely will spam and press tackle and get it messed up. Okay. We just growl here. Yeah, our speed's gonna be nothing at this point, but it really doesn't matter. This thing can't hit us hard enough to do anything. I think it dies to poison here. Pretty close if it doesn't. Okay, yep, we got it. Yeah, so we maybe could have swapped a few more things around. The issue between that is we don't want to... I don't want to over-level Bulbasaur. I am trying to keep somewhat of a low cap. Okay, so let's see how far we can get. So we gotta fight one of these two, I believe. This guy will be a bug catcher. Do I have to head down here? That one will be a last. So I think my gut tells me she has Nidorans. Do we need to head down there? If we head down, we'll have to fight that guy. Let me see. So we fought you. Oh shoot, I didn't fight this one yet. I thought I did. Okay, well, this is an extra fight we maybe didn't need. Let's see what she's rocking. Okay, Pidgey. Fortunately, Caterpie's a little too low level to swap into this. Pretty dangerous, so we might have to growl a couple times first. It might only know tackle. I do have to keep in mind we're working with these are Gen 3 learn sets. They're pretty sparse, honestly. A lot of normal type moves in the learn sets. Not even a lot of things for stab for a lot of them. I mean, if anybody watched my race we did last night in Pokemon Emerald, even in Gen 9, like, Ho-Oh doesn't learn a fire move until like, way late in the game, like Elite 4 in Pokemon Emerald. Late. Still Ho-Oh, so it was still pretty good, but... Okay, so this does have Gust, notably, and that is what it's going for. It's hard to judge because I will be so much lower level. Yeah, this is a level 6 and against the level 9 using a stab, super effective move. This could be a little rough. If we can live, that'll be big, but it's gonna be tight. Okay, only half. It's not bad. Now we die to crit if we stay in, so we're not gonna do that because we want to get the EXP. That was the whole point. But Bulbasaur can shift. Well, we could split it up even more. This reduces what Monarch's gonna get, but it also makes sure Bulbasaur is slowed down a bit. Oh, goes for Sand Attack. Interesting choice, considering you're poisoned. Okay. So that takes out the Pidgey. Pikachu goes to level 5. I don't really know if I need the EXP on this Pikachu. I really need to find some other Mons besides Bulbasaur and even Monarch, because the strategy with them is the powder moves. But I don't think I'll be able to get away with this forever. There's definitely Pokemon that it won't work on, that I can't see and I can't poison powder. So we're gonna have to figure something else out by then. I mean, there's always options like Curse on Ghosts, but we're not gonna get those until a fair bit later. So I'm gonna have to see what other way, mainly poison or burns would be the ways that we're gonna do it. So we're gonna have to Will-O-Wisp once again pretty tough to find between either the lack of fire types and the lack of ghost types. It's a pretty common move for those two to learn. We'll have to see what else we can get that learns that, maybe. Because that's another out. It's much slower than this combo, because obviously we can double up on these. But... so, switching in Caterpie is a little risky right now. So, we're gonna hit a couple more growls before we switched in. Because we have a few turns here before it's gonna fade, right? Okay, and our accuracy is pretty... oh, okay, the crit. So see, that was a crit. And that is the issue. Even with the growls, Caterpie does go down to crit. Okay, so I think if we want to try and risk getting the EXP, we got to swap it in now. Now, assuming this does the same damage as the last one... yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. We are going to try and spread it around so Bulbasaur doesn't get everything, though, on this one. Slow it down a little bit. So I'm thinking the previous one was a low roll, and then this is a high roll that we just had on Gust. Or the IVs are different. I can't really recall how IVs work on Trader Mons in this game. But... yeah, right now Pikachu's basically just soaking up EXP where it can. To try and slow that down. Let's get Caterpie healed up. Do I have repels in my bag? I don't. Get those for the Zubats in the cave. How many Pokeballs am I at? I might need more. Oh, I have none. Okay, cool. Yeah, we need more of those. Okay, does buying them in groups of 10 matter in this game? No, apparently not. There's no Premier Balls. Alright, cool. Okay, well, the whole reason I did this was I wanted to go down here. Okay, so yeah, this guy's just an exit way. So we go around. If we fight, but this will be another bug catcher. So I believe. I should really look up what these guys' teams are. So the reason we're fight these bug catchers is we can get away with our current strategy on them. Versus the other ones, as soon as they have mons that can't be poisoned or can't have any of like the different powder moves used on them, it becomes a bit of an issue for us to try and take them down. Okay, so I can't poison powder this, but I can sleep powder it. Give Caterpie an opportunity to switch in. Okay, so now we swap into Caterpie. Okay, what am I doing here after that, though? I think it's just swap to Bulbasaur, maybe again? And then probably just growl these guys down. Is this guy gonna be all wheels? Because that is a little annoying, because it does slow down our ability to take it out. Let's find out. Let's find out. We'll just leave Bulbasaur in for now, right? No reason not to. Yeah, there's no point in wasting Sleep Powder or PP at the moment either. Because if we can get deep enough, ideally I would like to get to the Pokemon Center and start making our way that way. Okay, Monarch levels up. Okay, no, we got the great guy in for the job right now. Let's go. Okay, we Leech Seed here. I'm gonna knock on wood on my desk, because we are not missing those. We seem to keep hitting that. Now we can Poison Powder. So there's probably more Weedles or something in the back here. There's no I'm imagining the AI doesn't see a difference between Weedle and Caterpie in terms of effectiveness against us, right? So that is what it is. Okay. Let's get a Growl off here. Just so we can reduce any damage the Caterpie's gonna take coming in. Just... obviously crit will hit through that, but at the very least, if we can give it take the least damage, that would be ideal. So yeah, I would like to get a second Mon to run at the front to help with leveling. That won't get Leech Seed, but it can get Poison Powder, right? So... Yeah, we'll swap back into Bulbasaur. Alright, so yeah, now we're just Leech Seeding this guy. And I think it might just be harden. This thing might get poison sting us too, but it might just harden the whole time. Which is kind of irrelevant for us, but the poison typing is actually the most relevant part of this guy's existence. Yeah, this thing is going to just harden, eh? Alright. Now we growl. Growl. I'm hoping the last one on here is going to be Metapod, but we will see. Just because that's a little bit faster than Kakuna. Okay, come on. What is this? 3 more turns? It might be 3. Alright, Leech Seed. poison powder. Alright. Alright, now we swap into Monarch. Now we just bide our time until we can beat this. Okay, Monarch grew, let's go. Alright, and we evolve into Ivysaur here. Don't know, I can't remember exactly what level we get Metapod at. We might get that too. Okay, we did. We get both. Nice. Not that Metapod's what we're looking for, but the closer we get to Butterfree, the better. Okay. So, yeah, so now we go down. We're going to fight one more bug catcher. And then we have grass, and this should give me some new encounters. Now, I believe this is where we can get Nidorans. Now, that's still poison, but we might have access to Poison Sting now to try and... Well, no, we can't Poison Sting. We might be able to get access to... If we get Poison Point, that might be our out to try and poison grass types that aren't also poison type. Swap Monarch in for some levels. At least some XP. I didn't get Harden? I thought I got Harden level up. Did I Weird. Swap back into Ivysaur. So this one will be Weedle, I assume. I don't know, Metapod. Well, I guess, yeah, there's no real difference between them. Oh, you just hit the 2. Okay, never mind. Okay, I was assuming they were gonna have more than this, but... Okay, we hit the Leech Seed. Yeah, theirs has Harden. Mine did not, though. Now we Poison Powder. And now we just hit A. Now we swap into our Metapod. Oh, the Shed Skin. A little annoying, but... I guess the better play maybe than sitting here and string shotting. I mean, we're gonna get it done either way. Better play is probably to swap back in and just keep Poison Powdering to at least get that one turn of damage on it. You know what I mean? Because then at least we're still getting the poison damage even if it's gonna Shed Skin. Well, we were kind of due. We were kind of due to miss at some point. So this should finish it off between this poison and the Leech Seed. I swore it took poison damage the one turn. Well, anyway. Alright, we don't want to fight this girl, but... I think you get singing stuff, but I don't think you're getting anything that really helps me out. You, on the other hand, might. Now we Pokeball. Nidoqueen might be better because it has the better HP and like defensive stats. Nidoking is the aggressive one, but we don't actually care about attack and special attack stats or anything like that because we're not really doing damage that way. Let's see what we're working with. We might not be working with anything at the moment on this guy. Ability Poison Point. Okay, so it does have Poison Point. That is somewhat useful. We don't have anything. We have just Growl to use for attacking moves. Oh, he's not inside. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think we actually might want to Zubat. So we're not going to use Repels to start with. Now this thing gives us access to Supersonic. And that gives us Confusion, which is not a super reliable damage dealer, but is a way to have the other Pokemon hurt themselves without us having to. We're gonna use Zuzu. Yeah, you might want to just put the Repel on now. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, because I don't think you get anything that will help us. Unless you get spikes or stone or like stealth rocks or something, but I don't think they do. So let's go out. We will heal our Zubat so it's not asleep anymore. Dang it. It's fine, this is weaker than the one we have. Okay, yeah, there's nothing else down here on this floor. So Paris is tough for us to do anything against right now because it has all the same typings that we do. But if it just gets, okay, never mind. Okay, if it gets to the first ball, it could do damage to us. But if we can catch it, I'm trying to remember what its abilities are, but I feel like one of them could be helpful. Okay, notably Stun Spore does work on us, eh? So we are going to have to head back to the Pokemon Center because we need to remove that, because right now we are our only way of dealing damage. That makes me wonder, can I get away with this? Oh, I can! Okay, actually, never mind. Can I seek this thing? Let's test this out. Am I wrong? Okay, it evaded. It didn't say that it doesn't affect it. I don't know how it evaded it in its sleep. Okay, it doesn't affect it. Okay. So... I'm already paralyzed. Can I... I doubt I can, because I think... Okay. Is Paris just grass... Oh, it's grass bug! It's not grass poison. Never mind, we're fine. We could have done this the whole time. Okay, so now it's status. Now we're dealing damage. Okay, so this thing gets Stun Spore for sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We should still be able to seed and... Well, actually, Sleep Powder's not awful for us if it goes off. Okay, it didn't go off. We can't poison this guy, unfortunately. And we are paralyzed. Our Spadef is gone. Okay, we got the Leech Seed. So now the process doesn't super matter. What matters is we do need to swap out Let's see if Zuzu can get a confusion off on this to do some extra damage or not. So we can't poison it. Oh. Well, that was unfortunate choice. We did reset our Spadef. Yeah, I was hoping to get some levels on Zuzu too by doing that, but perhaps I should have put in Monarch first. And no, the speed wouldn't matter because I'm swapping it in, right? It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, that's what I was hoping to do to you. I have you seated at this point anyway, so we can just keep swapping around. You're not ground type yet. I probably should swap Queen in just to get some XP in this too. I'm gonna throw Queen into the mix as well. The Zuzu risk is going to be very unfortunate if this guy has a grass type next. Or a poison type. Or a grass poison. A grass poison would be awful. Because then we have absolutely nothing we can do against it. Let's string shot, because worst case, if they confuse us again, it doesn't really matter for Metapod, and we don't have to try and hit through confusion and paralysis on Bulbasaur for the Leech Seed when we swap it back in. Wow, that did a lot. I'm assuming I was getting Metal Sounder before that. That's unfortunate. Could have used those levels on Monarch. No, you're the guy for the job. The paralysis makes you a little rough. So we're definitely slower. We gotta get Leech Seed off for sure. Okay, that dodged it. We're still getting damage off though. Well, we might as well. Okay, well, yeah, I was gonna say we might as well get our item out of that. I really gotta get back to the Pokemon Center now, though. Oh shoot, this is the trainer. Okay, let's go Fairy. Let's go Fairy, we can handle that. I was thinking the first one did a lot. Okay, paralyzed, that's annoying, but cope. Okay, paralyzed again. Okay, paralyzed again. Okay, so we're finally getting somewhere. Okay, now we poison powder. And of course we miss. Why would we hit? And we poison powder. I'm gonna keep hitting that button anyway, don't you worry. Swap Queen in to get XP at the end here. Three. It's called double slap, not triple slap. Straight out, please. Okay. Alright, and let's check the PC to see what Paris learns. At the very least, it's a higher level Mon to add to the team than what we have. Yeah, I don't think Weedle's gonna make the cut anyway, so we're gonna continue operation. What do you have? Bloodgrass, Effect Spore. Yeah, that might be useful. And then Stun Spore and Scratch. So could be better, but Effect Spore might poison them? Question mark? Yeah, we'd much rather have Poison Powder than Stun Spore, but we work with what we got. Oh, that's a kick. It knew we would get paralyzed. Okay, so we fought her. But we're gonna get called into a fight anyway with some raw Pokemon. Okay, so I have been here. Okay, that's an escape rope. Rare candy. So, I believe that guy's somewhat of a spinner. I think he will look down eventually. Okay, never mind. We just have to go far enough on him. It is interesting playing these and seeing that sometimes you just have to give things a wide enough berth, because I feel like they don't do that. I also, if he was a spinner, I absolutely should have got punished by that. I feel like you don't see them doing this a lot now, where you can just go out of their vision range. I guess now you don't have to fight them at all, but I feel like previously they had made it so you would just walk in. Like, the farthest out you could walk was still within their vision range. So, I believe there are 3 required trainers in here somewhere. Let's find the repel. Yeah, I think this is one of them. I believe this is one of our required trainers. So we Leech Seed here. Hyper Fang! Oh, that does a lot, and I'm high level. I don't know if I can swap in my weaker guys. Actually, you know what we'll do? Is we'll Sleep Powder. And then it'll take longer in the battle, but it'll let me swap in I think probably Zubat. I think needs the lowest the most because it's our alternative for when we eventually encounter a grass poison. Everybody else doesn't really have anything to do against a grass poison type. Eventually you will, though you don't right now. Then we're gonna swap back into our Ivysaur because it should get supersonic. We might have to catch more Zubats. Honestly, it might not be a terrible idea to catch a second one, just so we have a backup supersonic one for fights. And then let's spam Poison Powder, because as soon as this thing is unasleep, so we're faster than it, right? So we will never get Poison Powder off before the sleep test happens. Right, so what we should do is Growl, to at least reduce attack for when it wakes up and hits us. And then once it wakes up, we'll replace that with Poison Powder, maybe? It should wake up on this turn, I think, because I think it was 3 to 5 in Gen 3. And I think this is the 5th one. Yeah, so I think that was guaranteed wake up. So this will be a little reduced. Oh, not really, though, because it crit. Now, we should have enough Pokemon in the party now to be able to win this. Oh, we win this battle. But I don't have a thing to do if this goes down other than sending Queen and try and get... Oh yeah, so that does so much less when it doesn't have the crit on it. So do we go down to crit maybe? Okay, but it goes for tackle, so that's nothing. Now we are under half right now, so that's a little dangerous. That's a little dangerous for us, honestly. We'll leave you in. We will Leech Seed you, and then you're poison. So honestly, Sleep Powder is the best option because we can't poison you anyway. I think we'll leave Ivysaur in for a bit to try and regain some health, and then swap into our Zubat. Because I think Zubat's full, so I don't think there's any point in... Because, yeah, we're having Sleep Powder, we'll get this thing down. If it wakes up, we Sleep Powder it again. Oh yeah, so it did 2, we gained 4, so... Okay, now we will Sleep Powder. Now we're also at a level, or at an HP point where I can probably swap. I do have to swap out again though, because you don't have anything I can actually use as an attack right now. That reminds me though, I might spam click through that. I should save after this fight just to save my progress. So that is super effective against us, but it's Gen 3 Leech Life, so... Okay, then this site is also required. So you can't be flinched. Not bad, honestly. Yeah, I mean, you're still our only damage. Let's see what this guy has. He has 3 Mons. Okay. Not a grass poison though, just a poison. Now we get this thing to sleep. Okay, honestly, if that's the crit, that's not too bad. That's the crit, that's not awful for us. Okay, so now that Crime is asleep, we swap into Zuzu. Right, we swap into Zuzu, we swap them back out, that gets them the XP for the fight. We're still a long way from Golbat, but if I can get Supersonic, which don't get me wrong, its accuracy is pretty lackluster, but if we face a Gloom or an Oddish, we're done. We just can't win that fight as it stands with our current set of Pokemon. Because I don't think we can gamble on I don't think gambling on Effect Spore would help. I don't believe that it gets around them not going to be poisoned. So yeah, I was going to say, it should be waking up shortly here. And we did get the wake up. So let's growl. We're gonna continue with just this part of it. I'm very concerned. He has 3 Pokemon. One of them already is a poison type. I don't feel like these guys have a lot of grass types. This trainer class. So long as we are only getting a poison or a grass and not a grass poison, we have an out. Whoop. Forgetting that's there. That would be annoying on some of our other ones that have limitations on what we can do with them. But in all honesty, Yeah, honestly, missing isn't that bad. I just wanted to avoid... I don't think it can disable more than one. But honestly, the fact it disabled Growl is the best one for us, because if it was Leech Seed, it'd be an issue, and if it was Poison Powder, potentially it's also an issue if it's a grass type that comes out. Okay, so it's another Poison type. This is still our best option. It's, once again, annoying, but at least we can Leech Seed it. Alright, so then we're Sleep Powder this thing. And then we're swapping to Zuzu. Oh. Well, that's fine. Whoops. Slippery on the joystick still. Alright. Okay, so... I think now it's just Growl. The disable will be done because we did the swap out. Okay, so then let's Sleep Powder them again next turn. I had a mild panic there. I actually thought, I was like, wait, can I be poisoned by Smog for some... Is there some weird thing going on there? Thank goodness no. Okay, so we still have one Mon left to try and take down here. We still gotta take down one Mon, and we have only Ivysaur that currently can deal damage, unless Zubat is suddenly gonna get a move that helps us confuse them out of nowhere. It should get one at some point, but it just hasn't learned it yet. I'm fine with this. I'm thinking the reason it's doing this is we have growled it to the point where Smog is doing more damage. We have... I don't know how many more fights. We probably have enough Sleep Powder PP to do this. It's probably another poison type coming out. Like I said, as long as it's not grass poison, we're good. Okay, so we should get this guy next turn. Wow, that was a fast wake up. Maybe not. Oh, it does. It just barely lives. Yeah, I don't think I have enough in me to do another Sleep Powder if we don't need to. Considering it's going to go down here, I don't think the damage we're going to take off this is important enough. Oh, it crit! So it does 6. We're only going to get like 1, I think, off this. Yeah. So there's the 1 HP we get back. Oh, Voltorb actually is great for us. Because now I can also poison powder it. So the only thing is, I don't think we can swap Zuzu in. Because it absolutely went down to the other Voltorb, and I believe this one is stronger. I think only by like a level, but I don't think it's safe. Even though we resist it, it might still go for the electric type attack. I'm assuming it will do something to reduce. Okay, yeah, it's got the Screech. Okay, we missed on that, but at least we're still getting it to tick down with Leech Seeds. So it's not, it's like we both missed on our turns on both sides, but much worse for him than me. I can get this poison powder off while they're sitting up. Yeah, the charging up is a little sticky. Oh, I really need that poison powder to land here to help speed up the process, because those charges are going to potentially get dangerous here. And those ticks I could have gotten would have been very helpful. Okay, we did finally land poison powder. Okay, so we got it under half. Okay, it's screeching now, but I'm gonna... Right, it has soundproof. Okay. It actually hasn't gone for an electric type move yet. So I'm gonna take a gamble here and swap Zuzu in. I guess the other option is we could have tried to send in the Pikachu, but even though it resists, it might not have mattered because it's such low level that the electric type move might still just be killed because of stat boosts. Okay, Voltorb was hurt by poison. Okay, so now we swap to Ivysaur. It goes for charge again, which is very interesting. Okay, so we finished that fight. We're very close to leveling up on our Ivysaur. Alright, nice. We'll each take a fossil, no being greedy. Okay, Repel's effect wore off. I think we can get this far. Yeah, we want the Helix fossil! You always gotta take the Helix fossil. Lord Helix is on our side now. Do we got another Repel? We're running low, but... Find an antidote right at the end of the cave, eh? That's wasted steps. Okay, that's the exit. I believe capable of brutal ferocity. Yeah, I don't need... I think you're both Mega Kick and Punch. You're like a punching move, right? Yeah, Mega Punch. I don't need either one of those. Alright, so... Repel's effect wore off, that's fine. Roar. Roar actually, if we can get spikes or something, could be useful. Okay. I can't remember what's in this grass or if it's any different than the other grass, so let's investigate it. Rattata. Sandshrew. This thing might get... It might get Sandstorm, but honestly... I don't know if that's worth it, because I'm gonna go down 2. Now... Leech Seed would offset the difference. When would it get Sandstorm, though? I guess is the question. Alright, motivated. Okay, I see you, Sandshrew. I guess also just in terms of typing, it could be good in Surge's gym as something to sit there and soak for, is the other thing. Because it's I don't think it's as fragile as Digwood. Now, granted, it's learning Defense Curl. And Surge will be mostly special attacks, I imagine. Although, it's not super effective into him. It might not. Since he can't hit me with electric type attacks, right? Defense Curl might be the play. Defense Curl might be good. Because he's probably going to use normal, because that's usually the type coverage for... So if we can... Poison Powder. Leech Seed on Surge's Pokemon, and then have Sandshrew come in and make it so they can't use electric type attacks, and then Defense Curl up while he's doing that so that he takes less damage. That could be a real strat. Sanders. Spearow. Yeah, I don't think there's anything special that you can do to help us out, unlike Sandshrew. Sweet, sweet cerulean air. Okay, so here is the thing. We could try Rival and Nugget Bridge, but I am 99% sure that we cannot beat that. Yeah, we can't get down to Viridian without... Or not Viridian, yeah, we have to go down. We might be able to beat Rival, but I think we definitely can beat Misty is the thing. Actually, I think we fight all these guys for the XP. Because they can't do a whole lot to Ivysaur. Right? Like if I Leech Seed... Yeah, our level is... Okay, these guys are actually very close to our level now. Maybe we should have picked a few more fights in that moon, but... I was also concerned what trainers might have in there. I still haven't found my solution to a grass poison yet. I'm fairly certain I will face one on the way to Bill's at least once. Okay, so now that that's all set up, let's swap in Zuzu. It will eventually get supersonic. It's gonna happen. And like I said, that is our out. Oh, if we could actually get smokescreen to reduce accuracy, that also would be pretty fun and cool. Yeah, if this guy has tentacle, the poison typing is a little problematic here, but at least we can still leech seed. So we went to 11. Okay, nice. Okay, we got supersonic now. Actually, yeah, let's swap. Just so you come in, get like, because this way what we can do is we can swap immediately back into Ivysaur and still ensure that Zuzu gets the XP. Because we have supersonic, but now we're clearly very low level. So we need to make it so that I can actually have Zuzu in a fight. Okay, confusion. Can you get the leech seed off already? I think it's worth at least attempting once through confusion to do this. We have a leech seed. We should recover most of the health. I don't think this thing's gonna hit us very hard. Okay. What are you gonna hit us with? A tackle? Okay, that is fine by me. If I can catch Zuzu up to even like 16-ish, it's still gonna take some leveling, but if I can get him into the mid-teens, they might be able to at least stick around long enough to supersonic someone. I really should have caught a second one though, looking back, but unfortunately we are out of the cave. Honestly, let's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ouch. Yeah, because the thing is, one, we have to hit supersonic. Two, even once you hit supersonic, then they have to roll to hit themselves. But it's still something. It still means that it creates the possibility. Now, the other downside with confusion is they could snap out of it. That's really why I probably needed more than one Zubat. Alright, let's go heal up Zuzu. Whoops. And then let's go get the XP from this one as well. Oh, they only had one. I really should have just let Zoo that. Leech Seed. Ooh, Supersonic off the rip. That's a little scary. That's a little scary. But we should be able to sort it out. Okay. So... Oh, we snapped out. Let's go. Okay, we missed. Okay, we can't get every roll, you know? We can't get every roll. Fire's Powers Weekend. Honestly, great for me. I am a grass type. But we're in a water gym, so I'm not really that concerned about fire moves coming my way. Alright, they went for the Supersonic again. They really love to make sure you're confused, eh? Alright. Notably, this Goldeen is higher level than us, which also means that Misty is a higher level than us. And her Pokemon will have Psychic moves. If I recall correctly? Maybe. Actually, they might not, because like I've mentioned before, Learn Set's Gen 3, not Stellar, and she's supposed to be a Water type trainer, so they might have boosted the Water type moves first. I'll have to see. I could look it up, but where's the fun in that? Okay, Supersonic. Oh, geez, that does a lot. Okay, that's unfortunate. I really needed some XP on that mod. We might have to just go grind in the grass. I guess I should have growled this thing down a bit. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, where do I... Well, the thing is, I can get cut. Does that Slowpoke move before? That is a good question. If I get cut, can I go down without fighting Nugget Bridge? I don't think so. I feel like that Slowbro is purposely in front of there to stop me from doing that. Okay. Well, we can see if we can beat the rival, maybe? Oh, right, badge boost. Cascade gives me cut, right? Yeah. I'm good. Okay, that's a second rare candy. Don't really want to use them yet on Zubat, but I might have to. Can't go through there. I probably will do that trade at some point. Yeah, I have a feeling this thing doesn't move until after. Okay. Let's proc rival fight. See if we can beat this. Biggest obstacle remains their ace. Oh, I'm faster. Let's go. Okay, that's actually big. Because the flying type that is going to be super effective into me is physical in this gen. All of them are. So, if we growl this guy down... Okay, that reduced my accuracy. That's not ideal. Yeah, it's tough to hit that now. See what that is. The crit could be a problem, but if we can sleep powder this thing again, we should be able to get through this. Okay, I think I got him swap out here so I can get my accuracy back up. It's a little dangerous, but we're gonna swap into Queen actually, because there's a chance we proc Poison Point when it hits us. Now, we're gonna go back into the 1. It probably still hits Gust, unfortunately. Ideally, it would hit like a tackle or something if it wakes up. Okay, Quick Attack's actually fine, because it's not stab. It's less effective into us. Okay, so this thing dies next turn. Let's just hit a Growl to reduce damage. Crit would be very bad right now, but... it's sand attacks. That's actually, that's worse. Because now I have to swap out and swap back in. Because now it's going to be Charmeleon coming in, right? As I hit level 19. Queen hits level 11. Still Charmander, which means... wait, what? Still pretty low level there? It hasn't evolved yet? Okay. I should swap. I do need to swap still, yeah. I do need to swap. You have the best HP stat. It shouldn't have anything stab super effective into you. level 18, but it's still a Charmander, eh? So it might still go for a fire type move, which will be rough, but I really needed that accuracy pickup in order to be able to hit what I'm gonna hit. Yeah, it still goes for it. That's unfortunate. Now, luckily, it's Charmander stats and not Charmeleon's, which is what I was worried about, but 2 Embers is rough. I really need this Sleep Powder to land. Okay. Now we Leech Seed. And notably, it is faster. So that's a guaranteed turn of sleep. Okay, we get the Leech Seed off. Now we are still in danger. For sure. This might be time to pop a potion. Because it probably still sleeps. We probably can't poison powder it anyway. If we pop a potion here, we can live a crit on the Ember. Oh my gosh, it wakes up. That's crazy. So, I think we have to go Sleep Powder again. Because we need turns where it's just not hitting us. Okay, that is not healing us very much. Okay, we're gonna take a gamble here. This thing will not wake up. Okay. Now, it'll still be faster, so this is still a risk for sure. But I'm gonna try and get one more hack on this thing. One little more hacks on this thing. Okay, it stays asleep. This is still a big risk because of the accuracy on this. Okay. I think I Supersonic. If this thing wakes up and it kills Zuzu, we just sack another Mon in front of it. We'll probably put Queen in because of Poison Point, because there's a chance that it poisons. Okay, so now this thing is confused. We could Potion, but... Okay, nice. It hit itself. Oh, that's big. Yeah. It's already confused. That's fine. I think Leech Seed gets it here. Nice. Okay. Now, we probably could have swapped to the Ivysaur to give it that little health boost. Because now, 22 is a risk. Now... This is an Abra. And it could have a Psychic type move. Okay, it might only have Teleport. Does it only have Teleport? It's still going for Teleport. It might have something else, but at least now we're going to Leech Seed it. We should be able to recover the health we need from this. Okay, Poison Powder, that's fine, that's good. Okay, now we're rolling. Now we are rolling. Okay, so now let's put Zuzu back in because it's our best answer into a Poison Grassmon. Ivysaur can handle pretty much everything else. Zuzu just needs the EXP. And this is free. This is pretty free, it looks like. Honestly, we probably could have left Zuzu in and just tried to supersonic its way through this. And keep all the XP for itself. That might have been a better use of resources. So I am curious what the last thing is. I cannot remember. Oh, I think it's Rattata, isn't it? Okay, it hit itself. Go. So Zuzu gets to level 12. Still pretty far from where we need it to be. Yeah, we're swapped out. Okay, yeah, and Ivysaur, yeah, maybe you could have sat for a little bit longer to gain some health, but I think we should be able to live with a low-level Rattata. It goes for quick attack. That's still good damage, honestly. Yeah, that's still a little bit concerning, but we're gonna go Poison Powder. So if we can land that. We're gonna lose in a War of Attrition here. So it might be worthwhile to... hit them with a Growl. So we're back up to 18. Should... Okay, we hit the Poison Powder. So now we will win in a War of Attrition. This is the last bond, so even if Ivysaur does go down, it's not a big issue. Now, let's get our Zuzu into that. Make sure it's... I can't remember. I think it was out, so I think I got to get it back in to get the XP here. That did a lot to them. I gotta play around the crit on this one. I think we live around crit. Let's hit it with a supersonic. I don't know if we did, actually. We might have died to a crit, eh? Okay. I think we went down to a crit on that, but it didn't happen. We made it out. World's famous Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon Sword system on the PC. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Oh yeah, right. I feel sorry for you. No, really, you're just applauding behind me. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. Okay, fave checker. Try to gossip like you, that's the perfect thing. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time, I really am gone. Smell you later. Okay, we gotta heal. So, we did manage to take down a rival. Zuzu now does have Supersonic. It's gained a couple levels. I would like to get a little bit higher. Yeah, so I think we could definitely can beat Misty. I think the question now becomes, if we beat Misty, how much leveling up do I need to do to get... So that's a bug catcher, that'll be easy enough. Can't remember what's on the other side. There, I feel like there is something that we won't be, that we're gonna need Zubat for. So. Actually, you know what? My goal for tonight was to beat Misty. And I can do that. This is a very real possibility to do this, I think. Alright, let's take on Misty. We did save right before this, so if worst comes to worst. Okay. So, she's got a star U and a star me, I believe is the second. Our biggest concern is them having any sort of psychic move. Outside of that, this is an easy fight. I honestly can't remember. Somebody, if they were watching, probably knows, and it's like, they don't have it, why are you worried about it? But that's the only thing that really impacts our poison typing on this. Because, yeah, our two mons that actually can set up the opponent losing health are both poison types, so they can't very easily switch into a psychic. And my other strongest mon is also a poison type, so I can't even like get a very safe switch by trying to trick the AI. Alright, and then let's put Zuzu in. Oh my gosh, that just nuked me. Alright, oh, Zuzu's getting no levels in this fight, eh? I thought it might go for another Harden. Alright, Growl is not going to do a ton. I thought I might go Harden or use a non-stab move, given the fact I'm a water type, but I'm just I'm a grass type. I'm assuming it just doesn't have any. Oh god, the crit. That's unfortunate. Alright, it still lives this poison, I believe. Yeah. Okay, actually, low-key, that's kind of great for us, because now I can recover some of that crit damage. This thing is gonna keep water pulsing. I believe, yeah. Okay, we actually do need to switch out because one of our loss conditions is me hitting myself constantly. I don't have a lot of great swaps into a water pulse. Probably the best one is the Paris, right? Like, this thing's almost twice my level, but... Okay, of course it crits. I was like, I am resisting it. And I would have eaten it a whole heck of a lot better if... it wasn't for the fact that... it crit that one. Really? Okay, let's sack Pikachu. Poison. Go. Okay. Saryu's down. I'm basically full health. Nope, this is all we got. 21. Oh gosh, that is such a high level. It's definitely faster. I think if I can... Swift. That is annoying. Yeah, I think if I can Sleep Powder Leech Seed, avoiding getting confused in the damage might be better. Also, if it's gonna choose Swift as its moveset, then we can Growl to reduce the damage. That'll probably force it, I believe, into Water Pulse again, which would be annoying for the confusion stuff. But we might be able to get some setup on this here. Okay, we're gonna wait for this guy to wake up one more time. And then we'll sleep them again. So we can swap into our... What's our best option? Maybe Nidoran? FX Spore on Paris is too risky to proc because it might get paralysis. And then... Well, paralysis I guess isn't the worst because now we do have the Leech Seed off. It's like a little worse than the sleep. This thing should wake up this turn, I think. Yeah, I probably should hit Sleep Powder there. Yeah, so it now will Water Pulse because I've reduced Swift down to nothing. Oh, that's annoying. It got the confusion right away. Okay, we hit through one. Okay. I think we have the health. I think we gotta try and gamble on a Sleep Powder here again to make the switch into the weaker mons. Okay, it do Sleep Powder, it hits Sleep Powder. Okay, so now we have a safe switch. Actually, it might be Metapod. Because that would finally get us to Butterfree and have a backup to this whole thing, so we're not 100% reliant on Ivysaur. Since we can't get Zubat back in. Honestly, that would have been the best switch, but... Okay, so that will clear up our confusion. So we can swap back into Ivysaur. It will probably hit us with a Water Pulse here when it wakes up. Oh, okay, that's it. And we were severely under-leveled in that fight, and we still took it down. Monarch is gonna gain, hopefully enough. No, I don't think it went to 10. Is 10 enough? I thought it was 12. I think it's 12 for Butterfree. Oh no, it's not. Let's go. Maybe it just learns those moves at 12 that I'm wanting it to have. So the other thing is we get Butterfree, but it's still pretty low level. But if we can get Cut, if we can get Cut and we can get to the daycare, we can kind of solve our level problem because we can use that to level up some of these mons to catch up. Alright, so let's take Pikachu off the squad. We're gonna add Sandshrew to it because we want to also level them up for Surge as well. because they're a part of our surge strategy. Who else do? I don't think we need Weedle, so we're gonna swap this for Pikachu. Everybody else can stick around because they have technically some way of dealing damage without actually hitting them with an attack-based move. Let's grab a save file here. Okay, so 2 badges. Yeah, actually, I am going to, I think, stop at this point. We beat Misty. We have to beat, now we gotta do Nugget Bridge. Well, I guess what I could do is I could try and beat Nugget. I kind of gotta go to bed though, because there is the infinite money thing here. We could try and beat Nugget Bridge, right? I can farm the infinite money offline. But anyway. I think it is better that I just call it on that and make my way to bed. So I'm gonna call it there. Have a good night. Have a good week. I will be back on, I don't think it'll probably be Friday. It will probably be Saturday, 8:30 PS, not PST, EST, not PST. I watch too many people that say PST. 8:30 EST, card lock, hopefully finale, beat Grusha, beat, I think Violet is her name. We're gonna beat Pokemon Violet. We're gonna beat the Psychic Gym Leader. We're gonna beat the Ice Gym Leader. We're gonna then try an Elite Four run, and then once that's done, that card lock challenge is over. I might play through the rest of that game to get to Area Zero and stuff, but I don't know if it'll be under the same restrictions. I mean, I probably will in that save file just to get the extra mons and all that stuff that are available in there, like the extra Maridon, but yeah, so we're gonna beat the card lock hopefully next time. If not, the finale will be the... Yes, the following Saturday. I am still here. I will still be able to do that on the following Saturday. So 14th ideally, 21st potentially, and then 15th we will possibly continue with this, and then maybe go into Stardew depending on how that week goes. But yeah, I think that is it for me, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night, or day, or whatever it is, and enjoy your week. Bye-bye.